a warm day on Sunday, and then a Monday to spend with families, Easter Monday. Now a return for the full group. Those that can, those that are still working their way back from injury. Manuel Neuer amongst them, training individually, as did Zagrado and Pavlovic yesterday. Pavlovic is out with the group along with Rafa Guerreiro. So that's good news for both of those two, with a comeback against Heidenheim in mind. Ghana and Kenya and Liberia well represented this morning as well. Hello to all of you. Hello to those of you in Cape Town in particular. I can see we've got viewers down there. We will be showing the goalkeepers training. We have done a little. They're doing individual bits and pieces with their own goalkeeping coach, Michael Rechner. It is Sven Ulreich and backup keeper Daniel Peretz who are out training at the moment. They were in the equivalent goal. You can see two of the bigger goals at the back of the shot here, up against the building and the netting. They were just across the other side of this training pitch. They are going through various bits of ball work, sitting on the large round balls to support their core and catching practice with that. The focus here, though, is on these small-sided games with the small goals. Everything watched and analysed. The players are all wearing trackers, data being fed into these various boxes, which the assistant coaches and those involved in analysis and fitness can then get the details from. Hello to those of you watching in other African countries too. We've got lots of representation this morning. Zambia and Senegal and Liberia and Ghana and Kenya well represented too. Hello from Palestine. As we watch Thomas Müller and Konrad Laimer. Matthijs de Ligt trying to keep an eye on Thomas Müller. Even in training, he manages to find little pockets of space to exploit. St. Vincent and the Grenadines as well. The reach of Bayern's training right across the globe. A very good morning to those of you in Denmark and Tunisia too. We should hopefully get another look at the goalkeepers' training. The cameras right across the training ground. We've got the elevated ones here, the ones lower down on both sides, which will give you the close-up shots of the players going through their paces. We had Sven Ulreich and Daniel Peretz as part of the group in the small-sided games, but they have now moved off to train individually. There is Sven Ulreich, who's come back in. Hello to those of you in Swaziland and Togo present as well. A very good morning. And thank you for tuning in to watch this live stream of FC Bayern training here for the first time after the Easter weekend. As you can see, it is a bit cloudy and overcast here. Spots of rain this morning. Wind at times too. You can see the trees moving on the far side. Not too bad at the moment. There have been a few gusts. You can see those of the public wearing their coats and hats in some occasions. It is not quite spring-like as yet. It was a spring weekend, but the weather has turned again and got a little colder over the last couple of days. Certainly not as warm as I'm sure it is where you're watching. Togo and Sydney and Uganda. We're coming to you live from Zeebenerstrasse. We're streaming live on Bayern's website as well as on YouTube and Bayern's Facebook page in English and German and in Spanish too. Good to see Serge Gnabry back in full group training. Good to see Kingsley Coman coming back at the weekend. And we'll hope to see Guerrero and Pavlovic coming back this coming weekend, certainly based on the amount of training they've been able to put in today. Somalia well represented too. Well, that was a good bit of goalkeeping by Matthijs de Ligt, but he's paid for it by the looks of it. Got a ball whacked right at him, and now he's still rolling around on the turf, rolling off the pitch, just about to get back on. Committed defending, but it looks like he's paid for it in a way. Hello from here to those of you in the Democratic Republic of Congo, from Malawi, from the United States, plenty of viewers across there too, and in Conakry. Hello and good morning. Good morning from Munich to Angola and to Brazil This is the elevated view of the main training pitch here at Zeebenstrasse, Bayern's training centre in Munich, where they're going through this section of, well, I think you'd call it a large-sided game because there's only on ball, various different small goals. Both goalkeepers now also involved. They come across Ulreich at one end. I think Daniel Paret's down at the other end too. Well, they can use the full width of the pitch in order to try and work it into one of the small-sided goals. It's all about technique, really. Bibs against those in red who have just managed to score an own goal. Looks like Upamecano put it into his own little net. Good morning to those of you in Bangladesh. The session probably about 2/3 through now. We're expecting 90 minutes. And then the players should be able to take some time to take photos and sign autographs with those supporters who've come in person here in Munich to come and watch this open training session. Many of them dotted throughout the season, particularly over the course of pre-season. You'll see a lot more practice matches streamed live and training sessions, both from here and elsewhere in Munich if they go further south to the training camp, and from their pre-season tours. Today it has been all about working the way out from pressure, small-sided games, slightly larger games, and then a bigger one here with 6 different small-sided goals. The tactics comes later. This is about keeping up that level of fitness and honing technique. Hello in Serbia, hello from Zimbabwe too. A very good morning to you here from Munich and from Australia. Thomas Muller setting the tone, as usual. Congratulations to those in red. A good session. Bringing the intensity and also the enjoyment is what it's going to be about at the weekend. Getting back to winning ways away at Heidenheim, a side who've made life difficult for everybody coming to that particular part of Germany so far this season. Harry Kane has a couple against them already, looking to add to his 31 Bundesliga goals in match